You're listening to the Journey Student Ministry Podcast. Our purpose is to help students discover what it means to love like Jesus, live like Jesus, and lead like Jesus. We believe we're better together, and we're designed to come alive as we learn to listen to the right voices. Thanks for listening in today. My name is Roger Walls, and we are here today with Molly and Seth and Logan. What's up, guys?
How y'all doing?
Hello.
Y'all good?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Quick question. First time podcasting?
Yep.
Like official first time
Yeah.
podcasting?
Yep.
Yeah?
Sir.
Okay. How do you like it so far?
It's
I like
pretty
it.
cool.
Honestly, pretty cool.
It's
I feel
Okay.
good.
Molly, I got to tell you something. Actually, you've already said it, so it's not really in news for anybody in this room, but for everybody listening in or watching in, like you legitimately said you hate podcasts.
I wouldn't say hate.
But you did say I hate. Help. Am I
I
right?
did I did hear the word.
I like
Okay,
to-
that was there.
I like to watch the people behind it.
Oh, okay.
So just listening to voices isn't as intriguing as it would be to like watch a YouTube video.
Nice. So our YouTube channel is perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
perfect. Okay.
There we go. I'll watch the YouTube channel.
Nice. I like
Yeah.
it. Okay. So I'm glad you love YouTube channels and
Exactly.
hate podcasts.
Yep.
It's okay.
You know, it's a nice happy medium.
Fantastic. Okay. All right. So this is y'all's first time podcasting, period. Definitely first time podcasting for Journey Podcast. So we need to let everybody know who you are and kind of give them a little bit of behind the scenes of who's speaking today. So Molly, introduce us to yourself.
All right. Well, I'm Molly. I'm a junior in high school, and I run track and field.
What events?
I'm in the open 400 and the 4x400.
Do you do the 3 jump, the triple jump?
No, that was Savannah.
Oh, I didn't know she did it.
Yeah, she
Okay.
did.
Have you ever done that?
No.
Okay. I've watched people do that, and I don't know how they physically do that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm coordinated enough for it. You have to do all these like weird hop jump things, and I don't think it would work for me.
Not your thing.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Molly, thanks. Glad you're here.
Thank you.
Logan.
My name is Logan, and I'm a senior in high school, and I do theater. So yeah.
Do you say it theater or do you say it theater?
I really hate when anyone says theater.
Oh, you do?
Well, I mean, I don't hate it, but it's like if anybody's like, I'm going to the movie theater, that really just messes with my mind.
Okay. It feels like there's a lot of hate in the room this afternoon. I mean, between theater and podcast in general. It's okay. Just making mental notes so we know what to talk about later. Okay. All right. So what shows have you been in recently?
I was in Beauty and the Beast last year, and this year I'm doing Thoroughly Modern Millie and Cinderella.
Nice. And in Beauty and the Beast, you were?
I was the Beast.
Which is tough because you're such a good-looking guy. I mean, that's yeah. It was amazing though, man.
Thank you.
And you're the one that you're doing this semester is
for CYT.
Yeah.
It'll be Cinderella.
Cinderella. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you Cinderella?
I mean, I wish.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I should have gotten it, but I guess a girl got it. So
Cinderfella could have been. Yeah. You could have lost your sneaker. I've seen the show. You know how it goes. Yeah. All right. And then Thoroughly Modern Millie is one you're doing with the school. What character are you in that one?
I'm Jimmy.
Okay. I don't know.
It's just the lead guy, pretty much.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Are those coming along well?
Yes, sir. They're doing real well. Very stressful at times, but
Yeah, it's a lot. Hey, do you ever get lines mixed up for one?
I actually have.
Yeah?
And I have to stop myself, and it's not my favorite part of the whole thing. But
That's funny. Yeah. Cool. All right, Logan. Great. Glad you're here, man. Thanks for jumping in.
Yeah.
Finally, last but not least, Seth.
Ooh.
Tell us about yourself.
My name's Seth. I am a senior in high school, and I play football
You played football for a long time.
since 6th grade.
Come on, man.
Yes.
6 years. Okay. Are you so I know with COVID everything's messed up with your season. So you started late and you don't have as many games as you were wanting to play. So what's your
We
record
did
right now?
have- Yeah.
Let's not talk about the record.
Yeah, let's
okay.
not talk about that. But we did lose 2 games because of COVID. But other than that, everything's pretty normal.
Okay.
Other than I guess wearing mask on the sideline or something.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's pretty normal.
But you're not having to play wearing masks,
No,
are you?
you have to they have those little pull-up thingies that's where you have to have around our necks or whatever. But other than that,
But actually, while you're playing, you have to have them pulled
no,
up.
no,
Okay.
we're good.
Yeah. All right. Anybody on the team sick so far?
There is it's they do these background tracing. So if you were exposed to someone, you have to sit out for 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I think we have 2 kids right now.
Gotcha. Okay, but you're safe.
Yeah, but
You're
I'm
clear.
good.
Okay. So how many games left in the season?
We have 2 games and I think a playoff game.
So you're in the playoffs.
Every team makes the
Oh.
playoffs.
Did they still call it playoffs though?
Yeah, they call it the playoffs.
It's like extendo season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Okay. What position?
Outside linebacker.
Hey.
Hey.
Yes.
I have no idea what that means, but Logan's super impressed. Is that?
Sounds cool.
It's on defense.
Yeah. Okay. I was
Yeah.
about to ask. Thank you for your clarification. Yeah.
And then it's not a safety or a D lineman. It's like, it's in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. You hit
Yeah.
hard
Yeah.
It's
on purpose.
the plan.
Yeah. Okay.
Stops people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So, fun fact: I went to every single football game my entire high school career. Like, didn't miss a single one.
Oh
Every
my
single
gosh.
Even
one.
like freshman, sophomore, junior.
Every year. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was in the band though, so like you don't
Oh.
get the
Yeah,
option.
I
Like
forgot
when
about
there's a
that.
game, you show up. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I'm convinced, like even to this day, that nobody really cares about high school football. They just come to watch the band at
That's
halftime.
honestly really true.
Yeah.
Tell me
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
wrong.
That's honestly really true.
It's probably not. But Nathan, who's running video, would say he would agree with that, right?
Oh,
Here to watch the band. Yeah. And Michael Ann's like, yeah, sure. Band too. No, they're watching football game. Yeah. I got a daughter who's a cheerleader, and she would say they don't care about the band or the football players. It's just about cheerleading.
And I don't care about any of those
Yeah,
three. I care
those,
about the
yeah.
social aspect.
Yeah,
Just
exactly
on
right.
the sidelines.
Yeah, that's
Like
fine.
seeing my
Oh my
friends.
gosh.
Yeah. Well, cool guys. Thanks for jumping in tonight. This is a new thing, right? So the episodes that we'll be recording today starts with episode number 9. So we're still in our very first season of Journey Podcast. And so it's new and fresh, and
Yeah.
still kind of learning the ropes a little bit. We had a COVID deal pop up when we were recording our last ones, so we weren't even in this room. We had to do all stuff like with Zooms. We just recorded the Zoom call and then put it out on the podcast, which this is much better because
100%, yeah.
yeah, at least on Zooms, like it was just your face. You didn't have the mask on, but you didn't get to wear the cool headphones.
Yeah.
You didn't
Yep.
get to hear each other breathing into the microphone.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They're missing out.
yeah, big time. But this is cool. I'm glad we're doing this. So we've got a senior and a junior and a senior. Yeah, you thinking about school next year? You got some ideas of where you want to go?
I'm just submitted my application for OU today, actually.
Oh
Me too.
man,
I'm still like waiting to like hopefully get a scholarship somewhere. I have a
Yeah.
few like D3 schools right now.
Okay.
But if it doesn't work out, I'm probably planning on going to OU.
OU, nice. Play ball there too.
Probably not.
Walk on.
Yeah, I
Something?
mean, I might try. You
Yeah.
know.
Okay. It's old school. But you seen the movie Rudy?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
come on.
Those are always cool.
It'll be like Seth. All right, and senior. So you got schools picked out for next year?
Yeah, I also did my OU application today and
Oh,
my
nice.
Baylor one. And then
Wait, you
there's
did OU today?
OU today.
Dang. Okay.
And then Baylor today.
Yeah.
And then there's this school called AMDA, which is in California or New York, and that's just I applied there too. So yeah.
AMBO.
AMDA.
What's that?
It's American Music Drama Academy, I think.
Oh,
and
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you've done stuff with Disney, right? Like some
Yeah,
of
I
the
went
trainings
to-
with Disney.
Yeah, I
Okay.
got to train with Disney and stuff.
Is that part of AMDA also, or is that
No,
something
it's just a
separate?
whole separate thing with Disney itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right. So you got one more semester to go, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I know we talked quickly about COVID, and I would like just kind of for the remainder of our time together in this first episode to hit on that a little bit. Once school started, now I know Logan, you were quarantined for a couple of weeks because somebody in your school had an outbreak. Molly, I know there's a lot of kids at your school who are having some issues, but you're clear and fine. You hadn't had anything impact the family, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're all good there.
Yep.
Did you go back to live classes for the second quarter, or are you at home now?
No, so the first 9 weeks I was in school, and
Mm-hmm.
then the second 9 weeks I changed to online. So I've had a little bit of the taste for both, but
Yeah.
right now I'm in online.
Okay. And so is that like you're 1 week into that now, or is it 2 weeks? The online stuff.
2 weeks.
Okay. And Seth, you're 100% in person, right?
Yep.
Nothing's virtual. Okay, gotcha. So fully in person, and then virtual, and then back in person, and then fully in person, and now virtual. I would love to talk about, and I have my opinions on this, but my opinions really don't matter because this podcast is not for me. I would love to hear y'all's opinions on what's going on in social circles because of what we're experiencing with COVID, specifically with your circles of friends. Like, do you feel like friends are getting tighter because they have to find ways to communicate with each other, or do you feel like people are easily drifting away because they don't have that face-to-face on a regular basis?
Ooh.
Kind of a big question.
Yeah.
And I didn't really prep you for it because you said you didn't want us to be prepped. So let's see what you got to say.
I would say overall, for some of my friendships, one of the main things is that we've gotten a lot closer just because it's like, you're on your phone or things like that. But we're like off and on. So sometimes we're in, sometimes we're out. Like in certain days, we'll go there for certain classes. But overall, it feels like also that not only are people getting closer as groups, but more people are coming into those groups.
Oh, that's interesting.
Instead of it
Okay.
just being like people drifting away.
Okay.
Because without that sort of facial sort of contact or like looking at people and things like that, it's like you miss seeing that, you miss having that sort of social time. So
Yeah.
it's easier to sort of, talk to people or text them or FaceTime them or just have that sort of social time
Yeah.
outside of school instead of in school.
So you're saying like your social circle has actually grown
A little bit, yeah.
That's wild. Okay. Do you think it's because you're expanding beyond just who you see at school? Is that what? I
think so.
I understand
yeah,
that.
because
Okay.
like on Zoom, it's like usually it would just be certain people, and then now that more people are sort of getting incorporated into it, it's like there's more people to talk to.
Nice.
And you can sort of see everybody instead of just seeing a select few people.
Cool.
If all the high schools are together and stuff. So yeah.
Nice. Follow-up question on that. Do you feel, and maybe this is an unfair question, but we'll go for it anyway. Do you feel like people are more genuine via text or Zoom or FaceTime, whatever, than they are in person?
I don't really know. I feel like when you text or you say things over sort of, electronics or technology, you can sort of say things without having any repercussions.
Yep.
And it's like, even if you do say something rude, you could just hang up on the FaceTime or something like that.
Yes,
but
rude.
with, in person, it's like, I feel like you have to be careful with what you say fully. But then in text, somebody could just, show somebody what you just said. So it's honestly a little bit of both. Just,
Man. It's an interesting dynamic right now because I know y'all all well enough to know that you want to put like the truest version of yourself forward as you're having communications with people, but you don't know, like you're trusting that person on the other side to be doing that, but you really can't count on them one way or another.
Yeah.
Especially kind of these new friends that are coming into your circles. Interesting. Okay, I didn't think about that layer. How about that? Okay. All right, Seth, Molly, who wants to jump in?
I think for me, at the beginning, whenever everyone was like really quarantined, I think during that time period, I think that all of my friend group kind of drifted apart just because it's like, there was just, you couldn't see each other, and it was hard to like stay as close together whenever you didn't see each other for a couple months. But I think that once like we were allowed to start like seeing each other again, we actually probably got a lot closer because instead of, going out to just go to the movie theater or something like that, we would just meet at somebody's house, which is a lot more of like interacting, and we'd like play a game together or we just talk the whole time, So it's things like that where it's like you actually get to know the people more than you would if you just, did kind of a regular outing that you would normally do.
Yeah. So you almost kind of follow up with what Logan was saying. It's almost like you have a chance to double down to be real with somebody because you haven't been for such a long time, and then you get face to face, and you really want to. You don't want to waste time with all the fake and the facade. You want to just be your real self.
Exactly.
Nice. Okay. Did you see your circle of friends expand also, or just tighter with the ones that you were already walking with?
I had this like friend group that I was kind of a part of, but not like super close with them.
Yeah.
But they became like my number one friend group, and now I'm like, now we're all so close with each other. So
nice.
that friend group in particular definitely strengthened, and then the other ones kind of just like also I got closer with them too, but just not in as big of a way as the main one.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Something I've noticed in our social circles, especially at church, is, and we've talked about this in some of our staff meetings, that the people who are kind of the core, and this might be kind of what you're saying, the people who are at the core of our relationships, like those friendships and those relationships are stronger than they ever have been. But kind of like those satellite friends, and there's nothing wrong with satellite friends because you got to have different levels of friendship, right? The satellite friends are people that you would just see, once or twice a month. Those have gotten distanter, more
distant.
more distanter. No, yeah, they've gotten more distant. But the ones that we really run with, like it's gotten really, really close and really, really tight.
Yeah, I would completely agree with that.
Yeah, like an unexpected benefit of COVID, if there
Mm-hmm.
is a benefit of COVID. Yeah, unexpected.
Yep, I agree.
Cool. All right, Seth, I'd love to hear what you have to say,
Yeah.
man.
It's honestly kind of what Molly said at the beginning, like last year, I guess, whenever we went all on like quarantine after, what was it, spring break, Thanksgiving break?
Yeah, right after spring
whatever
break.
it was,
Yeah.
and like didn't come back to school. And then when we came back, we were like so like excited to like see each other and stuff. And then like after that, like like starting school, they did like you could choose to like be online or go in.
Yep.
So like that part we did lose like, or I did lose like a little bit of friends, or like we grew apart a little bit. And then like, but other than that, we did actually have a few more people like come into our friend group because it was like, we kind of think of it like it's our senior year.
Yeah,
and like
sure.
we were thinking last year, we were like, wow, the seniors didn't have a year or whatever. And then like we're thinking about it now, we're like, it's so different.
Yeah.
We were kind of like joking with the seniors, like, look at y'all like didn't even finish like the senior year or whatever.
And now you didn't
it's
even
us.
start yours.
We didn't even start right. So we're like, wow, that's crazy. But yeah, we grew a little bit, and we kind of just like try to have fun together and like grow.
Yeah, cool. Okay. It's really an interesting thing that obviously, I mean, 18 years old, or are you 17? 17, 16, 17.
17.
Yeah. Obviously, in y'all's years, you haven't walked through that, but neither have I. And neither has anybody else. I mean, we've, like, my grandma's 97 years old, and so we listen to her tell stories about what it's like to live through the Great Depression and then the beginning of World War II, and then like having a child right after World War II ended. I mean, some crazy things that these previous generations have lived through, but nobody. I mean, this is a one-off. Nobody's walked through stuff like this. So you talk about like historical moments and what we'll be able to talk to generations after us about. And as long as I feel like if we can focus on the positive end of things, I mean, we can learn life lessons all the way along the lines, but if we can focus on the positive end of things like this, it's going to be interesting to see what we have to say in 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years down the road. Yeah. Cool. All right. We're out of time for this episode, but I want to continue this conversation about friendships. A couple of Wednesday nights ago, we talked about the 4 levels of friendships that exist, that we're specifically in, and those that kind of exist around us. And I'd love to kind of pick your brains and hear what you have to say about that. So, Journey, that's it for this go around, but make sure you come back for episode number 9 as we continue this conversation with these beautiful people talking about friendships. Sound good?
Sure.
All right. Love you guys. Thanks for checking in. We'll see you later. Bye.